Thank you. Anyway, welcome to Anita Life. This is 100 days of reclaim your health. And since I have spoken a bit about taking supplements, I thought I might cover some tips for taking supplements that will help you be more successful in getting that done. So let's come back over here and pull up those tips so that I can talk with you about them. All right, here we go. Tips for taking supplements. And well, first of all, why do we even want to take supplements? Because we have a crappy diet. And even if we eat really good, our food is lacking nutrients and enzymes, nutrients and enzymes. Believe it or not, they're lacking nutrients and enzymes, and they're even lacking fiber. The ones that are GMO and last forever on your counter, or they don't really seem to go bad. Those ones are actually lacking enzymes that you can use that help you digest the food. So since we don't want that, we take enzymes or we take supplements. And with the supplements, there's some things to consider. First of all, and this is key, and this is why I actually partner with doTERRA, is because I partner with quality. It makes a huge difference when we get supplements that have optimal and not exaggerated or even deficient levels of those nutrients in our supplements. We need them to be coming from a reputable source. You need to trust your source. I trust doTERRA. One thing that I know about doTERRA is that they will not sell crap. If it doesn't meet their standards, they don't sell it. And that doesn't matter if it's an essential oil that they've already paid the farmer for, or if that's even just one of the many ingredients in any one of their products. They won't sell those products. They might buy the inferior, or they may pass on that inferior, but they are not going to go look for an inferior product to then pass off as being 100% pure and whole and natural and good. I love doTERRA for that. Big hearts for them for that. Okay. Another tip for taking supplements is dose diligence. All products, this happens to be the phytoestrogen, and it has a serving size. And so those are dose recommendations that we need to follow. But, and there's a but, maximum benefit comes from the consistent use of a variety of specific and complementary supplements. Consistency. I talk about consistency a lot because consistency gets results. But when you're first starting a program, some individuals may choose to start at a lower dose and then work their way up and build up into the full dose. And the basic recommendations may be good enough or adequate, or maybe even excessive for a healthy person who's already implemented a healthy diet and lifestyle and regular supplementation program. So what do we do about that? We have to know our own bodies. But there's the other side too, that says someone with long-standing health issues may require an extensive regimen that may include consumption beyond the label recommendations when safe. Now, we don't want to take anything above recommendations without a full understanding of what that means. There are some that you can go overboard on that can actually really make you sick. And we don't want that. So stay within those guidelines, unless you know and you have been advised by a competent medical professional to take more. I am not a competent medical professional. I know how to take care of my body, and I love what I've found, and I want you to find that as well. And that might take some experimentation. That's what I've had to do. Okay. Let's see. Start slowly. What does that mean? Well, over the course of the first week, start with a few supplements at a lower dose, and then add more from there. Build on that. So what this will do is support that awareness of how those supplements make you feel. Here's a story time. I was with another supplement company. I didn't sell them. I was just taking them. And I started at the full dose. And it was really hard because the full dose, frankly, tasted like alfalfa to me. It was like swallowing alfalfa pills. And how do I know that? Well, when I was little, we had rabbits and we gave them alfalfa. So that's how I know it tasted like alfalfa, which to me is not a particularly good taste. Worse than kale. And then about an hour later, I would get these burps, and it was the alfalfa coming back. And my stomach was just gurgly, not awesome. So those supplements were not ones that I stayed on because I never could get that. Even if I took them with food, I never could get that feeling to go away. All right. So you can gradually add others so that then you know what's happening for you in your body. All right. There's a synergy between supplements, coupled with using the proper dose that's generally required to achieve the optimal benefit. So if you have started to take Lifelong Vitality and you are taking a half a dose twice a day, and the full dose is twice that, but you never ever go above that, well, that doesn't, and you're a 200-pound man or woman, and you never go above that, you may not be getting the full benefits of Lifelong Vitality, because we do want you to follow the dose and get to the proper dosage to get those optimal benefits. But most supplements, and most of the doTERRA supplements, can be taken at the same time. So there's a lot of nuance. It's not always black and white that goes with taking supplements. And here's another one: time it right. Most people do better taking supplements with food while the digestive processes are in action, but sometimes the consumption needs to be on an empty stomach. I have these Christopher's tissue and bone, and their recommendation is for optimal. No, they got a sticker over the top of it. So I just wanted to read this to you. It says, for optimal. Can I get that off? Almost. For optimum results, take 1 hour before or after meal times. And then as to not compete with digestion. So some supplements don't want you to compete with digestion, and that makes perfect sense. So read the labels, but also there's a part of that taking them can give you the gurglies, and if you take them with food, that goes away. Consumption on an empty stomach, except at bedtime, can trigger nausea, but typically just a few bites of food, like half a banana or so, will help calm that down. You do, however, want to avoid taking supplements with tea or coffee, soda. Oh, if I could get you guys to stop drinking soda, I certainly would. or even some dairy products, because these can interfere with absorption of the nutrients. Dinner and bedtime are also excellent times of the day, because that's when the body's repair mode and hormone secretions are at their highest capacity. Okay. I mean, when you're sleeping, that's when all the repairing is happening. So that's a great time to make sure that you've got things on board to have that happen. And also, most products recommend dividing doses, like 2 or 3 times a day, because if you take them all at once, you may overwhelm the system and not get the benefits from those dosages. Hey, thanks for watching, and please remember to like, subscribe, and share this video. And also check back tomorrow for part 2 of your tips. See you then. Bye.